Hey, what's up with you guys? This is Irfan here from smarteaincubator.com and welcome to another weekly analysis video. In this video, I'm gonna break down some charts for you guys, including EURUSD, GBPUSD, gold, NAS 100 on 4-hour time frame, because I want to go for a higher time frame since it's a weekly analysis video, and share my opinion with you to show you what might happen in the upcoming week based on the structure that we have. So, and the reason, I'm a scalper. I only trade during New York session on 5-minute and 15-minute time frame based on high probability supply and demand zones. You know that by now. But for this video, I want to kind of show you what's going on 4-hour and max daily time frame, and show you the high probability order blocks, if we have any support and resistance levels, and the overall structure of the market. So let's start with EURUSD on 4-hour time frame, guys. As you know, EURUSD is definitely bearish. If you zoom out a little bit, you'll notice that we have a bearish trend due to multiple break-off structures that actually occurred around this area. This is a major support that broken. This one because of the lower lows and lower highs, it's constantly coming down, and it's creating a downtrend market. And after that, after a few drops, you'll notice that we have some sort of consolidation here. So there are two scenarios here. Since it's creating some kind of a channel, like from one of them is here, from if I want to use the trend line, this channel and this channel. So it starts from here actually. So it's kind of consolidating between this channel, and there are two scenarios: whether it's going to break above this resistance area and then do a pullback and then go up, or it's going to actually break below this level, do a pullback and then come down. But you gotta notice that what's going to happen. First of all, we don't predict how to trade. We trade what we see, not what we predict. But if you zoom out, you can literally see any support and resistance level. So for 4-hour time frame, I can actually switch it to 1 day and see if there's any. So see, this is a major support level that's actually got broken. So right here, you know that just because of this downtrend market, the price was trying to reach this level to grab the liquidity and stop out all the buyers, and it actually did. And see what happened. It's really interesting that for a few days in a row we had a bearish market, and then after breaking this level, it did a little bit of pullback, and now there's a high chance that it actually comes down further. But as I said, this is just the prediction. But since we don't have any, look at this, it literally came back and tested our resistance level, and at the same time, this resistance level, it used to be a support level, now it's a resistance level. It's this high probability supply zone that we have. Look at this. Look at this high probability supply zone that it literally tapped it and then it reversed. It's a beautiful one. It's a beautiful one. So this support level kind of helped us, broke, and then did a little bit of pullback, high probability supply zone, and then momentum. And if you wanted to take your sell trade from here and put your stop loss right here, right above the candle, you could have taken a 1-to-3, almost 1-to-3 risk to reward ratio trade, or in the worst case, even 1-to-1 would work, because at the same time we had this high probability demand zone right here from here to here. So if you take a trade from here all the way to here, it's still a 1-to-1 trade. It's a beautiful one, but it didn't get respected. That's why we removed this zone. And if you don't know what high probability supply and demand zones are, guys, I highly recommend you to watch this video that I'm gonna put above this video. Click it after watching this video, and I fully explain what high probability supply and demand zones are. It's very, very crucial if you're using this strategy. Clean charts, no indicator, no trend line, no support and resistance levels, pure price action based on high probability supply and demand zones, which is beautiful. And I have a proof on my FTMO challenge, guys. You can watch it on my previous videos. And then today's Sunday, so tomorrow when I'm actually trading on my FTA Watch account, you'll see that as well. So this is how it works, guys. It literally came back, tapping to this level, now it's coming down, but as I said, it might come down further to grab the liquidity. We'll see what happens on Monday and the future days. It might grab the liquidity here, 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 or it just comes down further to tap the next support level, or it just goes up to fill in the rest of the gaps. So for example, right now we have this high probability supply zone here. This is one high probability supply zone, and this one could be a high probability supply zone, but if you want to take the last two, there's no gap in between. So this is another one. So it might come further towards upside to tap into this level, and then it comes down. So there are a few scenarios. We'll see what happens on Monday. So this is for EURUSD, guys. Bearish trend. I actually show you what exactly happened. It broke at a major support level, and it did a little bit of pullback, tapped into our supply zone, and then it actually reversed again. So let me show you what happened on GBPUSD. GBPUSD was kind of an interesting one because we had a few strong bearish candles that caused this break of a structure, and again the trend of the market is towards downside, you know, obviously because of the break of a structure. And now we have this high probability order block, which is our high probability supply zone from here all the way to here. And the reason is that this is the last bullish candle before we had a true up, and then the next candle after that never tapped into this zone. So that's why there's a gap between this zone and this candle here, and it makes this one a high probability supply zone. So now we gotta wait for the candle, for the price to tap into this level and see what kind of confirmation is going to give us. And since it's a wide zone, we need to be a little bit cautious about it. So if it gives us a momentum somewhere around here, as long as it respects the zone, then we can still take our sell trade if you want to leave a runner, or if you want to take a one-to-one trade. So this is our next resistance level. Okay, and after that we don't have any high probability supply zone all the way to here, right? This candle here. Then I'm gonna actually, let me just draw it with my rectangle. This is the last bullish candle right here, but I don't count it because it's so close to our resistance level. But this is the last bullish candle. It dropped. There's a huge gap. So there's a huge gap from here all the way down here. See, guys? Oh, yep, there's a gap. There's a huge gap. So the price has to come back to fill in the gap. And if it does that, there's a high chance that it actually do a reversal or it just keeps going up. But this is the first level. This is the first barrier that it needs to pass before we judge where it's going to go. But this huge gap has to be filled in when we don't know. But there's a beautiful confluence with a daily supply zone and a 4-hour supply zone, which is this one right here. Even in daily, when the candle dropped, this candle never tapped into the zone. Still there's a gap. In 4-hour there was a gap. In 1 hour, yes, there is a gap from this candle to this candle. See how I break it down? Look at this, guys. This is a 1 hour time frame. So it means that there's a high chance that it actually go up, tap to this level, and then drops. Let me see if there's anything in 15-minute time frame. No, it's actually not that clear in 15-minute time frame. It's actually daily 4-hour, 1 hour, which is exactly in the middle. So we'll see what happens on GBPUSD, but so far we have a bearish trend, definitely bearish. And if I want to zoom out to see any, support and resistance levels, this is gonna be our next major support, which is so close to that, and this one later, and this one, which is the huge one. It's a major support level. So it's so close to this one. So that's what I'm saying. My prediction is that the price does a little bit of correction, it taps into our zone, and then it drops to stop out all these buyers who have their stop loss below this level, because we have a major support. So I already showed you that this is a major support. There's a bunch of liquidity below this area, so that's why there's a high chance. So this is for GBPUSD, EURUSD. Let's go to gold, guys. So gold on daily time frame, it used to be consolidating a lot, but there was still a lot of good opportunities, guys. Look at this. And recently we started experiencing an uptrend because of this break of a structure and this break of a structure, because these are the major resistance levels that got broken, and it's actually towards upside. And then it came down, and literally after breaking these structures, it started consolidating for a few days or a few weeks. And then we have another break of a structure towards downside. It actually broke this support level here. This is a daily time frame. And if I want to identify high probability supply demand zones, this is the first one. This is the first high probability demand zone. And the reason is that if I draw it, my rectangle to the entire candle, you see huge spike. The next candle never tapped into the zone. There was a gap. So this gap makes this zone a high probability demand zone. And this is actually for our demand. So this is the first prediction, that the price tries to tap into this level and then it actually shoot up. And if I want to show you a high probability supply zone, it's going to be from here to here, but I don't really count it. I mean, it is a high probability supply zone, but since it's so close to our resistance level and there's a bunch of liquidity above this area, I just try not to consider that, although it's still a high probability supply zone. So you got to be careful, guys, when you find a high probability supply and demand zone so close to or exactly at support and resistance levels, and in this case, for example, we had an example here for our supply zone. Above that, we have a bunch of liquidity for sellers. So sellers put their stop loss here. So you know that the price has a high chance to go above this level to stop out every seller. And then after that, it decides what to do. The same as here. Look at this. We have this sign here. We have this one right here. Bunch of liquidity, bunch of liquidity. And then we have this high probability order block here. So this is a daily time frame. Let's go to 4 hour. But as I said, it's creating lower lows and lower highs. We had a break of a structure, and this is the main one. The main support level got broken, and now it's turned to resistance levels, and now it's kind of consolidating. But I can actually show you, this is the high probability supply zone that it kind of tapped. Let me show you if it actually did it. I'm not sure. Yeah, there's still a little bit of space. But in my opinion, what it wants to do is to tap into this level, and if it respects it, it's going to come down all the way to the next demand zone, and then it goes up to fill in the gaps and be according to the trend. But look at this, guys. In 4 hour time frame, you can clearly see this consolidation and this break of a structure that happened, and then lower lows and lower highs, and probably comes down here at 1834. This is what I'm actually predicting for this week. But as I said, since I'm a scalper, I don't really pay attention to 4 hour daily. It's just a long-term prediction, in my opinion. But I only trade on 5-minute and 15-minute time frame. So that was on the 4 hour time frame, the supply zone that I showed you. But in 15-minute time frame, there's no high probability supply zone. So if I want to take the last bullish candles before the drop, you see that there's no gap in between, because we have this shadow here, and then this candle never tapped into zone, so there's no gap. But it was on 4 hour time frame. It's kind of choppy right now, but we'll see what happens. So that was for this one, guys. I think I'm gonna show you I only show you GBPUSD, EURUSD, and gold, because these are the main ones I personally focus on. But sometimes I trade NAS 100 as well, or GJ, but not really GJ. NAS 100 most of the times is bearish right now, because we have multiple breakout structures towards downside. We have like so many gaps. Look at this. The first one that I noticed was this one, that you got to be careful. So if you want to sell it, you got to be careful, because we have a huge gap here. You got to identify the next demand zone or a liquidity grab, and then be prepared to take a buy position if the market allows you. So in 4 hour time frame, you see that in even in daily, we have this lower lows and lower highs creation, and then drop significantly, break of a structure, and now it's going towards downside again. But let's go to 4 hour again. You'll see that the structure of the market, there's not really a high probability supply and demand zone right here. Let me show you. Yeah, there's actually one here, this one. But as I said, because this is so close to our resistance level, there's a bunch of liquidity around this area, so I'm not really considering that. So I know this is our main resistance level. We have a bunch of liquidity here, and this is our supply zone, high probability supply zone. And I'm kind of ready to take a buy position if it starts creating higher highs and higher lows, and I take a high probability demand zone somewhere around here, and then I actually probably leave a runner even. So I take 2 trades. I take actually close the first one in one to one, and once my first TP smash, then I move my stop loss to break even for the second one. So that's it, guys, for these 4 pairs that I showed you. If you have any question, drop your comment below this video. I personally get back to you. And I already had a video for Gold Incubator results on our main account, which is a $1,000 one, 115% in profit on a $1,000 account since March 7th all the way to May 6th, which is almost 2 months. And today is May 8th, and we also withdrew another $200 yesterday. This is our $2,000 account that we gained over 7% in almost a week, and our $5,000 account that we recently set up, we are up 2% in profit, which is $105. dollars. So if you want to trade hands-free, guys, if you want a robot to trade for you profitably during London session and you don't want to get involved in yourself, go grab your license from smarteaincubator.com. I'm gonna leave a link below in the description, and after you fully install it on your account, you just need to send us your account number and we'll activate it for you. Thanks for watching this video, guys. I hope you have a profitable week.